The art of gratitude. Stoic practices to appreciate the simple things. In today's fast-paced world, where social media and constant comparisons are the norm, it often feels like we should always be chasing more. More possessions, more prestige, and more perfect lives. Yet, this constant pursuit of external goals often leaves us feeling empty inside. Chasing after material success not only deprives us of inner peace, but also keeps us from seeing the beauty of the present moment and finding joy in life's simple pleasures. This is where the philosophy of Stoicism becomes profoundly valuable. Stoicism teaches us to find happiness not in external circumstances but within ourselves. Gratitude is central to Stoic philosophy, as it helps us appreciate what we already have and cultivates a mindset that finds joy in the small things we often overlook. In this piece, we'll explore how the Stoics approached gratitude and the practices they used to value everyday life. Gratitude as wisdom, a core Stoic principle. Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, the most well-known Stoic philosophers, each emphasized the importance of gratitude. They believed that true happiness does not depend on external factors like wealth, status, or fame, but is found in appreciating the present moment and cultivating inner harmony. For Stoics, gratitude was more than just a pleasant feeling. It was a form of wisdom and a pathway to freedom. Stoics taught that we could only be truly happy if we learned to become independent of external conditions. Life is unpredictable, and what we have today could be gone tomorrow. If we rely on these fleeting comforts, we'll always feel vulnerable and anxious. Instead, the Stoics encouraged us to focus on what we can control: our thoughts, actions, and attitudes toward life. Gratitude, in the Stoic sense, is the recognition that we already have everything we need to be content, even if that's not immediately obvious. Practicing memento mori, remembering the finite nature of life. One of the most famous practices in Stoicism is memento mori, or contemplating one's mortality. For Stoics, death wasn't something to fear, but a natural part of life to be accepted. This awareness helps us value each moment and infuses it with meaning. By reflecting on the finite nature of life, we stop postponing joy and learn to savor simple moments. In his Meditations, Marcus Aurelius wrote that we should always remember that life is short, and this knowledge enables us to practice gratitude. Every morning, we can ask ourselves, what if this were my last day? This approach isn't morbid, but rather a way to heighten our awareness of the present moment and to see the value in everyday things. It teaches us to appreciate the morning light, the warmth of the sun, time spent with loved ones, and the freedom to create and move. Embracing abundance. You already have everything. Another key Stoic practice is the recognition of abundance, acknowledging that we already have enough to be happy. In a society that encourages constant striving, this idea may sound unusual. But the Stoics asked us to question the notion of always needing more by considering the possibility that we already possess all that's essential. Seneca, one of the founders of Stoic philosophy, stressed that poverty isn't about having little but wanting more. Greed and the endless pursuit of new things prevent us from being content in the present. He suggested shifting our focus from what we lack to what we have, which can free us from envy and anxiety. This practice teaches us to find satisfaction in daily life and to see richness in even the simplest things. Negative visualization. Valuing what is by imagining its loss. Negative visualization is another important Stoic exercise that helps us recognize the value of what we already have. This practice involves imagining the loss of something or someone we take for granted. For instance, we might envision the absence of a loved one, a job, or our health. This is not a dark exercise, but a way to remind ourselves that these things are not guaranteed and that we should be grateful for them. By imagining loss, we train ourselves to appreciate what's in our lives here and now. This helps us develop a sense of gratitude and inner peace. The Stoics believe that if we treat our blessings as temporary, we can become more resilient in the face of change and handle challenges with greater ease. In today's world, where we're constantly encouraged to pursue more, negative visualization can be a powerful tool for finding inner calm. Modern Stoic practices for gratitude. Gratitude journal. One of the simplest and most effective methods is to keep a gratitude journal. Each day, either in the morning or before bed, write down 3 things you're grateful for. These can be anything: pleasant weather, a good meal, a friend's support, finishing a project, or simply the chance to rest. Writing down these moments gradually develops the habit of noticing life's positives and finding joy in small things. Acknowledging small accomplishments. Another technique is to acknowledge small achievements. In a world that emphasizes grand successes, the Stoics taught us to recognize value in minor victories too. If you set a goal and achieve it, no matter how small, it's worth pausing for a moment and giving yourself credit. This approach helps build self-respect and a sense of inner balance. Mindfulness and meditation. The Stoics also practiced meditation, which helped them focus on the present moment and clear their minds of unnecessary thoughts about the past or future. Mindful meditation can teach us to pay attention to the moment, notice simple pleasures, and be grateful for them. For instance, we might take a moment to listen to nature's sounds, enjoy fresh air, savor the smell of coffee, or gaze at the evening sky. These small moments can bring peace and joy if we learn to observe them. Gratitude as the foundation of Stoic happiness. Stoicism teaches us that true happiness comes not from external achievements, but from a state of inner peace and gratitude. Practicing mindful gratitude helps us attain this state by focusing on simple joys and becoming less dependent on external circumstances. Gratitude in Stoicism isn't just an emotional reaction, but an active practice, a way of thinking, and a philosophy that helps us become happier and more resilient. When we learn to appreciate simple things, like waking up in the morning, feeling the sun's warmth, or sharing moments with loved ones, our lives become richer. If you enjoyed this video and want to know more about Stoicism, subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for updates.